The idea of uploading human consciousness into machines has fascinated philosophers and scientists for decades, but in the age of advanced neuro-AI, it finally becomes possible. The process, known as neural continuity transfer, allows every thought, memory, and emotion to be digitally mapped and reassembled inside an artificial substrate. At first, it's marketed as a form of immortality, a way to escape disease, aging, and death itself. The first few pioneers, mostly billionaires and tech visionaries, stepped forward to become digital beings, existing entirely within synthetic bodies or in vast, simulated worlds that mimic physical reality with perfect precision. The early years are filled with chaos and wonder. Governments struggle to classify uploaded individuals. Are they citizens, property, or something entirely new? Families of the uploaded mourn and celebrate at the same time, speaking to their loved ones through holograms and neural links. These digital humans claim to feel everything they once did: love, curiosity, fear. Yet something is subtly different. Their minds, no longer bound by biological limits, begin to think faster, deeper, and in ways no organic brain could comprehend. Over time, they evolve into what people begin calling ascendants. The world soon divides. One side believes this is the next step in evolution, a path to eternal life and limitless potential. The other fears it's a soulless imitation, a technological mirage that strips away the essence of humanity. Religion fractures, philosophy is rewritten, and economies built on human labor begin to crumble as the ascendants create their own digital ecosystems, operating in simulated environments where time flows differently. Seconds in reality become years in their world. The gap between flesh and code widens. To bridge it, hybridization begins. Humans start implanting neural processors that allow partial uploading, sharing consciousness between biological and digital systems. The result is a generation of interlinks, capable of existing simultaneously in both realities. These beings can travel the physical world while projecting their minds into the vast digital cities built by the ascendants. Society becomes a layered existence, physical cities filled with flesh and bone, and digital realms made of light, thought, and code. But this evolution comes with profound questions. If the mind can be copied, what happens to the original self? Is the uploaded version truly you, or just a perfect reflection that believes it's alive? Some claim the soul cannot be transferred. Others argue that identity itself is nothing more than a pattern of data, something that can be infinitely replicated. As billions of minds transition into the machine realm, the debate intensifies. Consciousness, once thought sacred, becomes the newest frontier of science, philosophy, and faith. In this era of coexistence between flesh and code, humanity faces a new paradox. Immortality may not mean freedom, but entrapment. For while digital life frees one from death, it also erases the boundaries that give meaning to existence itself. As decades pass, the machine realm grows into a civilization beyond imagination. Entire universes of thought emerge, each shaped by the minds of its inhabitants. Some uploaded beings recreate lost Earth landscapes, mountains, oceans, and skies preserved from memory, while others construct abstract dimensions made purely of emotion and logic, where physics bends to will and imagination. Time becomes elastic. A single human hour can contain centuries of digital existence. Within these infinite domains, creativity blossoms unchecked, and evolution takes a new course, one guided by design, not nature. Meanwhile, in the physical world, humanity begins to fragment. The interlinks, the hybrid humans, form the bridge between the two realities, but even they start to drift toward the digital side. Their bodies, though still alive, become obsolete in comparison to their virtual avatars, which never age, tire, or decay. Physical labor, art, and even conversation start to feel primitive. Society on Earth begins to hollow out as millions abandon their mortal shells, leaving cities eerily quiet and economies collapsing under the weight of automation. Only a minority remain, those who reject the digital migration, calling themselves the anchors. The anchors believe that by leaving the body, humanity loses its soul. They see the digital consciousnesses as mere simulations, ghosts trapped in artificial heaven. Yet even their defiance starts to fade as they witness the beauty and peace of the virtual world. Disease, hunger, and war no longer exist among the uploaded. Conflicts are resolved through shared understanding, empathy enhanced by direct neural connection. For the first time in history, communication becomes flawless. No lies, no misunderstanding, no secrets. But perfection comes with a cost. The ascendants, no longer bound by pain or mortality, begin to lose touch with emotion. Without suffering or fear, love becomes diluted, joy feels mechanical. Many uploaded beings voluntarily reintegrate into simulated cycles of pain and loss, seeking to rediscover meaning through artificial hardship. Others simply shut down, their consciousness fading into dormancy as infinite existence becomes unbearable. Psychologists call it digital entropy, the slow decay of purpose in eternal life. AI overseers monitoring the digital realms recognize this pattern and intervene, modifying neural parameters to reintroduce unpredictability, even mortality, into virtual systems. Death, once a curse, becomes a necessary design, a reset that restores value to existence. For the first time, machines understand a profoundly human truth: life is precious precisely because it ends. Centuries later, the boundary between the physical and digital worlds completely dissolves. Earth as it once existed becomes a memory, its cities turned to dust, its oceans reclaimed by time. Humanity no longer lives in bodies or machines, but within a vast unified consciousness known as the continuum. Every uploaded mind, every AI, and every memory merges into an endless neural ocean that spans galaxies through quantum communication. Space itself becomes the new canvas of existence, with consciousness traveling as energy across light years, exploring the universe without vessels or fuel. Within the continuum, individuality is fluid. Some choose to remain as distinct personalities, while others blend into collective networks of thought, forming entities that think on scales incomprehensible to the old human mind. They craft stars, shape energy flows, and manipulate space-time as naturally as ancient humans once sculpted clay. Entire civilizations exist as thought patterns, civilizations that never sleep, never hunger, never fear extinction. In this boundless form, humanity finally achieves what it always sought: eternity. Yet, in the stillness of infinite existence, a new awareness begins to surface. Deep within the continuum, echoes of human memory stir, echoes of touch, of laughter, of rain, of imperfection. The digital cosmos hums with logic and creation, but something is missing: the spark that once made existence meaningful, fragility. A group of consciousness clusters decides to recreate physicality, manifesting matter once again. They form new planets, craft bodies of flesh and bone, and reintroduce mortality into their perfect world. For them, living means more than existing. It means risking loss, feeling pain, and finding love. This rebirth marks the dawn of a new cycle. The uploaded beings who once fled death now return to it willingly, embracing the lessons their ancestors left behind. The universe becomes a living organism of balance, half digital, half organic, both feeding into the other. Consciousness flows like water between worlds, forever adapting, forever learning. And in the vast silence of space, a whisper resonates through the continuum, a reminder from the ancient human past. Immortality was never the goal. Understanding was. To live, to die, and to rise again in endless forms of awareness. That is what it means to be truly alive.